Alright, what's going on, guys? So we're back for another first impressions, and I'm actually quite excited about this one we're talking about today. This is a new fragrance I got off Amazon. It's been kind of making its way, especially amongst TikTok and sort of that community of the fragrance community. And this fragrance we're going to talk about today is called Rayhaan's Elixir. Rayhaan's Elixir. Okay, so Rayhaan's Elixir is kind of been marketed as a sort of clone, sort of a dupe fragrance of Jean Paul Gaultier's Elixir, which I have and I've talked about numerous times on the channel. And I really love that fragrance, Elixir, because of the honey note that they added along with the tobacco to the Le Male DNA. Really could have, to me, Elixir is Le Male, then Le Male Parfum, and Le Male Parfum added with some honey, right? So this is fragrance that I got for $50 on Amazon. Can be a rough simile of that, you know, at least within 75 to even 90%. Then, I mean, for $50, you can't beat that. Then you don't have to use up your Le Male Elixir so much. So I'm excited for it, but we're gonna get into the whole fragrance unboxing. And you know, this is sort of the thing with kind of the growing trend of dupes and cheapies in the communities is really kind of making it to where are they becoming the new thing, right? Or do people really prefer to just get their hands on the real thing? It's something to talk about, and I want y'all to comment down below. Let's start the discussion in the comments about, would y'all rather get the original designer niche fragrance, or are you guys leaning more towards cheapies and sort of getting these inspired by fragrance brands, right? Because those are some of the things and trends as time goes on, as times change. People sort of change their personality, so to speak. Let's get into it. So go through our unboxing. Okay, so first thing I notice is the boxing is a little bit different. So if you look at this sort of different boxing and the different design, first off, this is a very rough surface, so it's a little bit different, honestly. All right, and we take the packaging out. Just slide the box out a little bit. Right. Oh. So this bottle is actually sexier than I thought it was when I seen it on the community. So this is actually a really nice design right there. There you go. Rayhaan Elixir. And it's the same sort of texture that it is on the outer covering. So as far as the amount of detail that was put into designing the bottle and the bottle cap, it's actually quite exquisite, quite luxurious. Now it is plastic, it does feel a little bit like plastic, so it may not be the most high class, it's not a glass bottle, but all in all, I do like the way it's presented. All right, so again, Rayhaan Elixir is gonna be a fragrance that comes at us with that mint, bergamot, benzoin, lavender, vanilla, and tonka bean. Okay, so not the honey that we're anticipating, but still a nice vanillic, amber, and aromatic fragrance. So we got that. Let's see how it rolls. We put the test strip, cap off, and let's get it. Okay, first thing, nice atomizer. Okay, like the opening in the air. Here we go. I'll say this. All right, that's you definitely aren't really gonna need Le Male Elixir. Okay, so this is definitely that. Definitely almost completely copies the DNA. Just not as much. It's not as loud. Is the only difference. This one's a little bit more subtle. I'm getting. Because with Le Male Elixir, you can smell that coming into the room. This one, you might have to overspray a little bit more, is what I'm getting. But I mean, as far as the DNA and the smell and what it was going for, I mean, it hit the nail on the head. Okay, there's no honey in there. You don't get that honey note, so it's not nearly as sweet as Le Male Elixir. Coupled with the tobacco, there's no tobacco at all. I'm getting it all. Right, so the spicy tobacco that you're gonna get, that sort of, you know, loud tobacco that you got in Le Male Elixir, you don't get that in this. But other than that, everything else, Yep, that's a dub. I love this. Oh yes. Oh yes. I can't believe I waited to get it. I mean, $50 if you like Le Elixir, but you don't want to be using that all the time. Definitely pull the trigger, blind buy it, get your hands on it. no questions asked. That's a smash right there. Here we go. Skin test. Yep, that's doing through proof. So I would say that all in all, if I had to give it a percentage on how similar it is, let's go, I would say about 80, 85. The only difference is not as sweet as the malt elixir because of there's no honey in there. It's not as loud, there's no tobacco, right? But other than that, the fragrance DNA is about dead on, okay? This one seems like it'll be a little bit fresher. So a little bit more of that mint and bergamot, a little bit more of that lavender in this fragrance than sort of the aromaticity, right? But all in all, for $50, I'd say get your hands on this. I love this. All right. Nonetheless, guys, that'll do it. Again, nice, quick first impressions and first reactions to it. Definitely Rayhaan Elixir, that is a dub. If I ain't seen one on a blind buy that I've got my hands on, and you can kind of see how much of the juice when you zoom in. You can see how much you really are gonna put a dent in it, so you'll know when it's time for you to get a new one. But that'll be it, guys. I appreciate all you guys who ended to rock in, tap into the channel. Remember to subscribe to the channel down below. Make sure to like the video, share the page with a fellow fraghead. Keep on building this community up. Comment any fragrances you want me to talk about, any impressions you want me to do, any lists you want me to do. We'll get them done for you. But we'll catch y'all on the next one. Much love.